y'all, welcome in or welcome back to Queen Bee Budgets. My name is Katie and today's video is going to be a little different. This is kind of going to be a bonus video. I have a couple of updates with both my personal life and my cash stuffing journey that I want to share with you guys. My goal is to be as open and honest with you guys as I possibly can be, and I don't want you to see me changing things and then wondering why I changed, why it didn't work, and I'd like to help you guys through those because maybe these are problems you're experiencing yourself. The great thing about cash stuffing to me is that you can personalize it however you want. There is no right or wrong, well, I won't say there's no wrong way to do it because there probably is a wrong way to do it, but there are so many different ways to do it right and everybody can really just customize it to whatever works best for them. For anyone who's new here, like I said, my name is Katie. I am 29 years old. I live in a small rural town in northern Lower Michigan with my amazing husband, and we are working towards living a debt-free lifestyle and getting ahead as much as we possibly can. I am brand new to YouTube. This is my first ever channel. I think this is video 7 or 8, something like that. But I really love all of the support I've received so far. I'm so thankful for it. And I really just want to see what kind of community we can build here to help support and bring each other up and help each other along in our cash stuffing journeys. Speaking of cash stuffing journey, I have been cash stuffing for the last few months. It's really changed our financial lifestyle in the best way possible. We are actually able to set money aside to where it needs to be. We would spend money and then come to regret it later on when we realized maybe we should have saved that money for co-pays or car expenses and that kind of stuff. So now we're able to set money aside for the important things and then set money aside for fun things that we want to do, and as soon as we have enough money, we're able to go do it. We have 2 financial goals. The first is that by the end of the year, I would like to have enough money set aside so that we can pay a month ahead on all of our bills that we're able to pay ahead on. My second goal is that in 2 years, we want to buy a house. So all of our savings challenges are going towards our home fund, which is going to be down payment and any renovations and stuff like that. So that's my cash stuffing journey so far. Now here's the life update, jobs. And I never really talked about jobs too much, so we'll kind of get into it a little bit. My husband has a full-time job. He has the most stable income out of both of us. Sometimes he'll have more depending on if he worked overtime, but for the most part, it's typically the same. I have not 1, not 2, but 3 jobs that I have all started within the last month. So it's been a little chaotic. For my full-time job, my husband and I both get paid bi-weekly, and we get paid just off of each other. So we're bringing in income every single week, which is amazing. The last 3 years were not like that at all. So we're super, super thankful to have that now. My full-time job, I just started a month ago. I had to leave the job that I was at because my mental well-being was not okay. I was not in a good headspace and I just did not like the person that I was. So I needed to get out. Despite the fact that my new job is slightly less pay and I won't have paid time off for our long weekend coming up in a couple weeks and for vacation coming up next month, it was worth it. Honestly, the people have been so much better to me. I'm in a much better headspace and I don't scare myself. So that's good. But like I said, we don't have paid time off for vacation. So I had to get job number 3. Job number 3 is just a temporary summer job. I did this job last year for about 6 months while I was saving up for our wedding in October. So I was like, you know what? I'll go back, do another summer job. It's extremely variable with income because it is a restaurant job. So who knows how much I'll actually be able to get, but any money from that job is going to go straight into our vacation fund. That way we don't have to stress. Everything can just relax a little bit and we don't have to feel pressured to not have enough money for enjoying ourselves on vacation. Job number 2. So my full-time job, job number 1, pays slightly less than my old job. So I needed to find a way to offset that a bit because right now we're able to pay our bills and cover those expenses that are absolutely necessary, which is great. and we're able to set aside a little bit of money into our envelopes and sinking funds and all that kind of stuff, which is okay, you know, that would work for now. But we have future goals and things we want to save up for, so I need to bring in extra income so that we can have more stuff to stuff into our envelopes. So I got job number 2. It's part-time. I get to kind of make my own hours. It's a sales job that I'm doing with my dad. I'm actually really excited to start doing it. I have to finish my training and get my certifications and all that kind of stuff. So I won't really see income from that job until August. All in all, we'll be okay. Everything will work out fine. And that job pays out once a month at the very beginning of the month. We'll see how all that plays out, but I'm really excited to get started and get all this extra income coming in so that we can really have some awesome cash stuffings on here. Okay, that is the end of my rant about me and my life updates. I have 2 things that I'm kind of tweaking with my cash stuffing process, and I wanted to show them to you. If you have watched some of my other videos, you will be familiar with this sheet. This is my paycheck breakdown spreadsheet that I created originally. When I first made it, I absolutely loved it. It had everything I could possibly want on it and was great. But now that I've been using it for a few months, I'm realizing how much I limited myself when I created this. Mostly because all of my categories are in here already, and if I want to add new ones or move them or get rid of some, I don't really have that option. I could very easily go into the computer, redo the whole spreadsheet. It would be fine. It wouldn't take me very long at all, except if I had to add stuff and then my OCD would be bothered because it wouldn't be a nice grid. But I don't want to spend that time doing it. I wanted to come up with something that wasn't going to limit me, something I could reuse over and over again. So, da 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 da. We now have version 2.0. This is actually like version 5 of this spreadsheet because I tried to use it quite a few different times to make sure that it was the way that I wanted it to be. Now you're able to see everything is empty basically, so I can add in whatever I want, wherever I want, and I laminated it that way I could just use a Sharpie and then wipe it off with alcohol if I needed to move things around. So we have an income space up here so we can put what our planned income is. I usually assume the lowest possible amount and then our actual once we actually find out how much money we're going to be bringing in. I put 2 lines here for the breakdown. That way one can be for planned and one can be for actual. Bills, variable expenses, and sinking funds. Variable expenses, those are your expenses that go into your wallet. Me and my husband each have our own section in our wallets for it. And that's just weekly stuff. So groceries, gas, all of those types of things. And then we have high priority and low priority for our sinking funds and then holidays. So I like the way this looks. I like the fact that it's not gonna make it to where I can't do the things that I want to do. So we'll see how that works out. That is the first update. I didn't want you guys to see that when I do my breakdown video and you're like, what is this? It's so new. So here's the other thing, and I'm thinking out loud a little bit on this because I'm still not exactly sure what I'm going to do. So like I had mentioned with income number 2, that's coming in once a month, and I don't know what that check honestly is going to look like. But in my mind, which is a scary place to be sometimes, I'm thinking that I'm going to set aside a large chunk of that to specifically go into just savings challenges. I don't want to put the whole thing into savings challenges because this binder is specifically only going to be going into our house fund for our big 2-year house fund. So I wanted to be able to add some of that money into our regular envelopes too. That way we can bulk up stuff like vacations and those types of things. So I think at the beginning of the month, I'll have one like savings challenge video. I don't know what day I'll do it on. Fridays are my budget breakdown days and Saturdays are my cash stuffing days. So maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, I don't know. I'll come up with some witty name for it and then add in the day of the week and it'll all work out. But anyway, so I think that's what I'm gonna do, but I want it to be fun. I don't want to do necessarily the coloring ones. I want to have some fun, like game style savings challenges to do. So I'm looking at doing like the 52 card one. I'm looking at doing the dice game. I want to do a 100 envelope challenge. And then I have my $1, $5, $10, $20 savings. So if you know of any like really fun savings challenges that you might suggest, leave those in the comments for me and I will check them out, because I really just want to have fun with this and make it more fun than just putting a big chunk of money into the bank. Speaking of which, this binder, this is like the very first binder that I ever bought right when I first started cash stuffing. And I think it's cute, and it's got like, I don't know if you can see, but it's got like shells and flowers and hearts and all that kind of stuff. So it's cute for sure. The material, it's not hard cover kind of like my other ones, so it's not really stackable. And it's kind of hard to keep it open, although I've been pressing it, so it's getting better. But it just wasn't exactly what I wanted for my channel. But I did need a binder for my savings challenges. So I was like, you know what? I can handle having one of these and it'll work out pretty well. This is by Soul Mama, and I think I got it off Amazon. So I will post the link in the video description. That way you guys can see if any of you like this one. But right now I just put my $1 and $5 savings in there, but I want to add more in. That'll be something we do closer to August when we are getting ready for that first paycheck. But for right now, I just wanted to kind of start mentally preparing. So anyway, I know that was kind of a lot to like unpack and go over, but I just wanted you guys to be all up to date with what was going on. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. Feel free to reach out. As I've always said, there is no such thing as a stupid question. I am always looking forward to trying to help people the best I can. I am in no way a professional with this, if that isn't obvious by now. But I do enjoy trying to help people, and you never know. There might be somebody else here who sees your comment and they know how to answer. So feel free to reach out. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys soon for a budget breakdown. Have a great day.